See, we live in a very cluttered world. Cities are cluttered, towns are cluttered, markets are cluttered. Our minds are so cluttered. Too much to do in too less time. This is almost like a pandemic, a universal phenomena creating stress virtually in everyone's life. The mind does not get rest. From the moment it wakes up till the time it goes to sleep, the mind is always engaged, either in something utterly useless or something extremely important. So it's nearly impossible to change the stress-causing situations outside. And the only option probably that we are left with is somehow increase the energy levels within us to be able to handle these situations better. And as we all know, when we have enough energy and enthusiasm, we are able to handle any challenge. It is like I have heard Gurudev very beautifully saying that if you throw a small pebble into a small pond, it will cause ripples. You throw a stone into a bigger pond or a lake, it causes lesser ripples. If you throw even a big rock into an ocean, it just sinks in, causing no disturbance in the ocean. So if you are full of energy like an ocean, the outside situations don't seem to bother you so much. But the question now is how to increase this energy, where to get this energy from. I talk about this many times when I'm meeting people. We have all heard about Robin Williams. Though he made millions of people laugh, he could not end the deep-seated loneliness inside of him. This is something that is very widely discussed in the world. The men and women who make people laugh for a living often struggle with mental health challenges off stage. So this clearly indicates that no matter what we do in the outside world, unless we learn to tap into the powerful force within us, happiness, peace can all remain as a very far-fetched reality. So spiritual practices like meditation lead us to this space of silence within. So just like how every hurricane has an eye, the center where things are very calm, practice of meditation can take us to this calm center, this peaceful center inside of us, where we can be a witness and observe the obstacles that stand between us and our best, happy, peaceful self. Gurudev says people search for joy everywhere, not knowing that the self is the source of all joy. The inner silence that we are talking about is the mother of all creativity, the source of intuition. In fact, it is this zone of silence where great scientific discoveries were made, path-breaking inventions created, and those wonderful poems and melodies were sung. And our ancient rishis, our ancient seers, the masters in India, they had a very elaborate framework to make some sense of this inner world and to also make us understand this inner world, which today of course is being validated by the modern science. You see, many independent studies of the art of living Sahaj Samadhi meditation course has demonstrated how significant reduction happens in anxiety and depression after people participate in these programs. A study which was published in the British Journal of Psychiatry established that if we added Sahaj Samadhi meditation to the traditional treatment, say of drugs or psychotherapy, it was 5 times more effective than traditional treatments alone in catering to late life depression. There have been studies that show that experienced meditators have a much higher level of brain activity in those areas of brain that process positive, happy emotions. And there is less activity in the areas of the brain that are associated with anxiety, depression, and any other negative emotions. So dozens of studies have shown that meditation can significantly reduce the blood cortisol, the stress hormone in the human body. So therefore, regular meditation puts us on a very fast train or a fast track to becoming happy, relaxed, and more productive. It's also worth mentioning here that meditation is now known to bring about even physical changes in the brain. So there have been research that suggests that meditating actually increases the size in the hippocampus, in the brain cortex, the area of brain which is associated with say attention, concentration, decision making, and also memory. Now we are talking about brain size increase. There have been another very interesting research that happened, I believe, in the Harvard Medical School, which showed that meditating 15 minutes every day for a period of 8 weeks, the meditators had changes in their 172 genes. हमारा डीएनए तक मेडिटेशन से बदल जाता है, ये साइंटिस्ट ने आज बोला। ऋषि मुनि तो बहुत समय से बोल रहे थे। We all know genes predetermine much of who we are, how we express ourselves, what we do in our life. That means meditation can even change who we are, our behavior, our patterns, our karmic impressions. Amazing, isn't it? Of course, our rishis have said this long back. We are only validating what was said much earlier. Ab dekho, they are also saying that if you meditate 20 minutes every day, it gives you energy that equals to a couple of hours of good sleep. So that kind of deep rest can be achieved from meditation. Yet meditation is not just about rest. We don't have to only associate meditation to rest. This silence that we are talking about is not just about keeping the mouth shut. It's more about mind not getting involved in any of the five senses. That slowly will lead to inducing an amount of quietness inside us. This is meditation. A delicate art. Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar ji says very beautifully, meditation is a delicate art of doing nothing, letting go of all the effort to relax into your true nature. That is meditation. It is being able to have that deep rest, yet being alert and conscious. So this is a very special kind of rest with alertness. But how is this rest achieved? Effortlessly, without effort. There is a joke in the meditation circle. They say a meditation student once asked his teacher, Guruji, how long will it take for me to gain enlightenment if I practiced really diligently every day? So teacher thought for a moment, and then after some time the teacher said 10 years. So the student said, well, how about if I really work hard, and how about if I really double my effort? If I put more effort, how fast will it happen? So teacher smiles and teacher says 20 years. So effortlessness is the key to meditation. Another very interesting thing about meditation that we all need to know is, since we were talking about brain, we all understand there is a right hemisphere of the brain and a left hemisphere of the brain, yeah? And we know that the right hemisphere of the brain is associated with more music and left hemisphere is associated with logic. Right is music and art, left is logic and science. So now just think about your day today or maybe yesterday. How much time did you spend in the right brain? सिर्फ जब हम कॉलेज में होते हैं ना, तो सुबह से शाम तक गाने गाते, सीटी बजाते हैं, है ना, या आसपास का जो नेचर है उसको देख के बड़े खुश हो जाते हैं, या रुकते हैं और देखते, देखो यार कितना सुंदर है। कितने वर्षों से मुझे बताओ आपने रुक कर प्रकृति को नहीं निहारा? आप सोचो, कल के पूरे दिन में कितनी देर आप लॉजिक के साथ काम करते रहे और कितनी देर आप आर्ट के साथ काम करते रहे। आपको पता चल जाएगा कि बहुत बड़ा इम्बैलेंस हो गया हमारे दोनों साइड में। ये बात समझ में आ रही है? अब देखो, आप एक ही कंधे पे पूरी जिंदगी, इफ यू जस्ट कीप कैरिंग बिग हेवी बैग ऑन वन साइड ऑफ द शोल्डर, एक ही कंधे पे एक भारी भरकम झोला उठाते फिरते हैं, क्या हो जाता है? इवन फिजिकली यू टेंड टू लीन ऑन वन साइड, आप एक तरफ झुक जाते हैं। ये बात समझ में आ रही है? Now when we are using our logical brain so much, what is getting nourished? Our logical brain. Got it? So there is a certain kind of imbalance inside. Yeah, it's almost like wearing a colored glass and seeing the world. So you are mostly seeing the world through logic. बोलते हैं ना क्या? Perception, observation and expression. यदा दृष्टि तदा सृष्टि। तो जैसा चश्मा हमने पहना होगा, दुनिया हमें वैसे नजर आने लगेगी। So what happens? Since there is an imbalance in the right and left brain, what happens? We start looking at the world through an imbalance. We stop looking at the world as the world is. Gurudev says, the meditation is food for right brain. तो क्या ध्यान से हमने क्या किया? हमने अपने राइट ब्रेन को पोषित किया। राइट ब्रेन को पोषित करते हैं अगर दिन में हम थोड़ी देर के लिए, तो एक अंदर समता आ जाएगी, समत्वम आ जाएगा, एक बैलेंस आ जाएगा, जब तो हम दुनिया को दुनिया जैसी है वैसे देखने की क्षमता प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। ये बात समझ में आई? 3 बड़े ज़रूरी सूत्र है जो ध्यान के लिए हमें याद रखने चाहिए। There are 3 key sutras for meditation. अकिंचन, अप्रयत्न, अचाह। अचाह, अप्रयत्न, अकिंचन। तो ये 3 सूत्र है। पहला अप्रयत्न। तो जब भी हम ध्यान करने बैठते हैं, जब भी हम मेडिटेशन के लिए बैठते हैं, हमें पहली चीज क्या करनी है? मन में ये भाव करना है, अप्रयत्न का भाव। क्या? अब मुझे कुछ देर कुछ भी नहीं करना है। फॉर सम टाइम नाउ आई वॉन्ट टू डू नथिंग। दूसरा हुआ अचाह। अचाह क्या? फॉर सम टाइम नाउ आई वॉन्ट नथिंग। अब कुछ देर के लिए मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए। और तीसरा अकिंचन, आई एम नथिंग, मैं कुछ भी नहीं हूँ। गुरुदेव पूज्य श्री श्री रविशंकर जी कहते हैं कि मैं कुछ हूँ का भाव रख के हम ध्यान कर ही नहीं सकते। सो अ डॉक्टर कैन नॉट मेडिटेट, कमलेश कैन नॉट मेडिटेट, टीचर कैन नॉट मेडिटेट। मैं ये हूँ ऐसा कुछ भाव रखा तो ध्यान नहीं होगा। तो क्या? अचाह, अप्रयत्न, अकिंचन। So the practices of yoga, pranayam, meditation are all that we need to sustain ourselves and be successful in this journey of life. You know, people often think that one cannot be successful without being stressful. People are made to believe, you know, that there is no nirvana, no freedom without quitting this world. ये संसार को त्याग किए बगैर मोक्ष नहीं है, ऐसा हमको बताया गया। But you know, the Indian spirituality offers plenty of ways of rejuvenating oneself without having to quit the world. गुरुदेव कहते हैं, Gurudev says, the body dropping you is death. and you dropping the body is meditation. So it is time we all learn the art of dropping the world for a few minutes every day before it drops us. Keep meditating, stay happy, keep spreading happiness around you.